You're watching the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14.
Right now at 7, a Chanute flight medic has gone above and beyond to save lives. Now his contributions are being recognized.
Also, hundreds of area high schoolers gathered at MSSU for some friendly competition.
And we've got mostly cloudy skies out there ahead of increasing rain chances across the area. A look at that forecast to get you out the doors coming up.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Well, good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14. I'm Elise Noe.
I'm Chris Warner, just after 7 a.m. now on this finally Friday, November the 8th.
Yes, here we are, finally
made it
Friday.
Through like this whole week took forever to get to with the election in. It seemed
like that for sure.
It was taking too long to get here. Now it's over, and we made it, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Not everybody got what they wanted. Some folks did get what they wanted. Either way, we've made it. Now we move on. We press forward and we keep going, and that's what we are doing. In fact, one particular gentleman pressing forward in such a way that he's being recognized for it.
Certainly so. A flight paramedic from Chanute, Kansas will be recognized at a ceremony in Washington, D.C. for going above and beyond his efforts to save lives.
KOAM's Melissa Alexis has more on that.
Josh Cavanis is a flight paramedic with EagleMed, and he was on his day off when he noticed a broken down ambulance that had a critical patient in it. That's when he stopped and jumped in to help. The program director remembers how selfless Cavanis was in that moment.
They needed help. He was able to assist.
Cavanis stepped in to help the crew start a blood transfusion and help dispatch a helicopter to transport the patient to Tulsa for more advanced care.
We're able to change a difference in somebody's life, and that's what it's about. Josh was off duty that day. He just happened to be driving at the right place at the right time.
Because of his dedication to saving lives, even during his time off, he will be recognized at the annual Stars of Life Awards ceremony in Washington, D.C.
A lot of our personnel don't get recognized. This one got recognized because he made a huge difference in somebody's life.
Being recognized for it, hopefully this will bring other people, and other people will develop an interest and see that maybe they don't even know about this career path.
Cavanis hopes the award ceremony brings awareness to his line of work and inspires young people to consider a career in EMS, especially in rural areas where there's a need. He says the use of air medical services are in high demand in rural areas. This is because of EMS and hospital staffing shortages.
Our rural communities are, I hate to use the word suffering, but they are, because they don't have all the resources, and that's what we try to bring to the community.
A community Cavanis is proud to serve. Reporting in Chanute, Melissa Alexis, KOAM News.
Cavanis will accept his award during next week's Stars of Life celebration in Washington, D.C., which will run from Monday through Wednesday.
Certainly an impressive gentleman there, and going above and beyond, because when you're in that field, it takes a special build to do what first responders do,
so.
and it doesn't leave you.
Yes.
No matter where you are, whether it's your day off or not, as you saw, those first responder instincts are always there.
Clearly, it's important to have people like that, so congrats to him.
Absolutely.
Well deserved.
Well, we've got some rain chances out there. It's not raining right now there. You can see our camera in downtown Pittsburgh, but we do have mostly cloudy skies as the sun prepares to rise across the area. Looking pretty good from MoDOT camera 20th and Rangeline. Of course, it's a bit chilly, but I want to show you the Sky Watch Storm Tracker because here come those showers as they're starting to push into now through Elk, Chautauqua, Montgomery counties, just a little sliver into Washington County out there. All of it, though, associated with this bigger batch of showers and thunderstorms. That the storms and showers, again, lifting from south to north, but the whole boundary will gradually shift to the east. So eventually, all of us will get in on the rain, but at least for most of today, the bulk of the rain and thunderstorm activity is going to be along and west of the Highway 69 corridor, which you can see at noon. And there it is. And where's 69? It is here. And there's the rain over there. And by 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, you can see still roughly the same, but now starting to kind of enter the 69 corridor and get a little closer to I-49 out there. And again, by later this evening, eventually all of this will start overspreading the entire area. But the great news is no severe weather expected with any of this activity today. 49 in Joplin, 48 in Pittsburgh right now. Temperatures, again, above average out there. We're into the upper 40s and some low 50s. Still a cool start, but unseasonably warm, if that makes any sense. We should be about 40, by the way, for our low right now. We're above that. All right, scattered showers and storms again initially west of 69, gradually spreading to the east as we go later into the evening and overnight hours. Highs today, upper 50s and low 60s. We're going to talk about how long this rain lasts, how our weekend looks, and about our next chance of rain here in just a few more minutes. Elise?
All right, thanks, Chris. Well, hundreds of area high school students visited Missouri Southern's Plaster School of Business yesterday for the 3rd annual Business Gateway competition. Now, the goal of the free business competition was to bring developmental and recruitment opportunities to area students through the spirit of competition. The event also provided workshops on such topics as video podcasting sessions and virtual production in filmmaking and advertising, as well as food experiments.
So they are taking tests in all sorts of business disciplines such as marketing, accounting, business law, international business, finance, and pretty much any discipline of business, they can take a test on it.
More than 630 students from 32 area schools participated in the event. Well, the Junior Dragon Youth Basketball League is underway. Now, under the direction of Pittsburgh High School basketball coach Jordan Woods, the instructional program for 3rd through 6th graders stresses the fundamentals of shooting, passing, dribbling, defense, and the overall team game of basketball. Coach Woods says a big part of the program is creating a culture for Pittsburgh basketball.
But we just want to have that connection with them and make sure they know, hey, at some point, this is how I'm supposed to be playing basketball. Whenever they're out on their own, they're like, oh yeah, coach told me to do this, so I need to make sure I'm doing this whenever I'm playing, and hopefully they hear our lingo. That way later on when they're playing for the Dragons, they kind of know what's going on and what is to be expected of them.
Well, the instructional program runs for 3 weeks, and teams will play their first games tomorrow. Well, Pitt State had some art on display. The Art Majors exhibition wrapped up its run in the University Gallery in Porter Hall yesterday. Going up in its place next week will be a fiber arts exhibit of student work that will be open to the public. Visitors can check it out on the 2nd floor gallery. And those are our top news stories this half hour. Coming up next, Democrats are searching for answers after Tuesday's election didn't go their way. And later, an American company is working on an innovation that will bring electricity to those in Africa who don't have power. You're watching the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14. We'll be right back, but first, here's a live look from the Georgia City Bridge for Historic Bridge Awareness Month. Topping Nation Watch this morning. The Internal Revenue Service released its 2024 financial report this week. During the fiscal year, the IRS collected more than $5 trillion in tax revenue, more than $98 billion in enforcement revenue, and it distributed $553 billion in federal tax refunds. Now, this year's tax revenue was an increase from the fiscal year of 2023. Last year, the IRS collected nearly $4.7 trillion in taxes. Well, a federal judge has struck down the Biden administration's parole in place policy. The Keeping Families Together program gave legal status to certain undocumented people who are married to U.S. citizens. It allowed them to work legally in the country as they sought citizenship. In Thursday's ruling, Barker said Congress had not given the executive branch the authority to implement the policy. He added the history and purpose confirm that defendants' views of the relevant immigration law stretches legal interpretation past its breaking point. Well, President Biden is promising a peaceful transition of power and says you can't love your country only when you win. He told supporters yesterday in the Rose Garden setbacks are unavoidable, but giving up is unforgivable. Fox News senior White House correspondent Jackie Heinrich has the details.
Remember, a defeat does not mean we are defeated. I also hope we can lay to rest the question about the integrity of the American electoral system.
President Biden pledging to facilitate a peaceful transfer of power to the man he branded a threat to democracy and uphold traditions that didn't happen for him in 2020, arranging to meet with President-elect Trump.
The American experiment endures. We're going to be okay.
But his team struggled to explain.
This administration message to millions of Americans that they're going to wake up the day after the election if Trump won and have their rights stripped away, that democracy would crumble, and the president said today we're going to be okay. So how do you square that?
Well, now you're just twisting everything around, and that's really unfair. No, it is. No, Jackie, it's unfair because I've been standing here trying to be very respectful to what happened the last two nights ago. Being respectful. I've been standing here saying that we respect the decision that the American people made.
In the Rose Garden, Biden visibly trying to lift spirits as some Democrats pass blame on him.
Maybe Joe Biden should have decided very early that one term was enough.
And each other.
The far left is pressuring the party to take policy positions that are deeply unpopular among most Americans.
The White House not saying if Biden feels any responsibility for his party's sweeping losses.
We can't rewrite history.
But their defense doubled as a slight at his defeated VP.
This is the president who has been the only person has been able to beat Donald Trump.
President Biden has 74 days left in office, and the agenda includes getting hurricane disaster assistance out, passing the NDAA, and getting judicial nominees confirmed. Karine Jean-Pierre would not weigh in on any pardon plans. The incoming president faces federal charges, but she said that Biden will not pardon or commute his son Hunter's sentence, which is happening next month. At the White House, Jackie Heinrich, Fox News.
And those are our top national stories. Now here's Chris with a quick look at your forecast.
Yeah, Skywatch Storm Tracker showing us where we're starting to see the rain slowly drifting into our western counties, and it will continue to push easterly across the area. In fact, we get a quick closer view as where these showers are out there. More of these are on the way as we head through the afternoon. We'll have another look at your forecast when the KOAM Morning News returns. Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News. It is about to be 7:17 on this finally Friday. Skywatch Storm Tracker. We showed it to you briefly. We'll show it to you more in depth. We've got scattered showers out there starting to work into parts of the area. So around the community of Otter, just outside of Chautauqua County, and to the west of Sedan, we got a few showers to the south and west of Independence as well. A sprinkle there. You can see right next to Howard and Elk County. And we'll head down a little further to the south, southwest of Nowata. Just west of 169, another little shower. A few more west of Washington County in between Bartlesville and Pawhuska. Fairfax, additional showers and some heavier rain and some thunderstorms will be possible. But the best news is no severe weather is expected with any of this activity. So here's just a broader view. We're starting to get a few more of these little isolated showers and storms ahead of this big batch. And this batch stretches, by the way, from north of San Angelo in Texas. It's going to take a second, but we'll cycle through this with you all the way up to the Kansas-Nebraska line. It is a big batch of showers and storms. It is something all of us are going to get in on as we go through today. However, the motivator for the whole wave that's pushing this activity out is not moving it easterly very quickly. So it's going to take a minute to overspread the area, but it will eventually get here. Now what we're watching, and again, no worries about severe weather, but what we'll watch is for that additional development that's starting to take place ahead of it, because that could increase the move up the arrival times of showers and storms in our area. If they fizzle out, then it could slow down that arrival time. But let's take a look at what the future track is looking like by noon today. We're still looking at this point, the bulk of the measurable precipitation being west of the 69 corridor. Now, there could be some drizzle, maybe a sprinkle outside of that, but the heavier rain, showers, storms out to the west. In fact, most of our day, it's going to be either right along or immediately west of the 69 corridor. Now, later this afternoon, could get a few of these showers into parts of southwest Missouri, so around Nevada, up into Bates County, around Butler, Fort Scott as well. But the bulk of the rain, as you can see, still on the Kansas Kansas side. Once we hit about 7, 8 o'clock tonight, that's when we start to see more widespread showers and storms by 10, kind of moving into the entire area. In fact, we've got some at least rain chances everywhere except Stockton by 10 on the future track, but that doesn't last long. We go overnight tonight, scattered showers and storms. Again, I want to emphasize no severe weather is expected with any of this, but it'll continue as we go overnight. So here's that boundary that's pushing this stuff to the east, and by 9 o'clock Saturday morning, it's almost right along the I-49 corridor. A few showers, maybe a couple of rumbles of thunder. By noon, it's from Stockton, Monette, Cassville, as it's rolling out of here with a few lingering showers behind it, clearing skies off to the west. So now ahead of the boundary, tomorrow we'll have east winds gusting upwards of about 25 miles an hour. Once you get on the backside of it, you'll have south-southwest winds gusting upwards of 25 miles an hour. And by 5 o'clock Saturday evening, maybe a lingering cloud or two, but otherwise skies are clearing out. Not so clear right now. This is definitely what we call mostly cloudy, getting some sunshine in there, but there's more cloud cover than visible sky. 49 in Joplin does feel like 45 with the east breeze at about 8 miles an hour. And around the area, we should be about 40 this time of year. We are not, but we're not bad. I mean, it's still chilly for sure. Upper 40s into the low to mid 50s as you head a little further to the south. A string of 54s in the northeastern Oklahoma. We get our morning underway again west of 69 and maybe even initially west of 75. Showers, maybe a rumble of thunder, upper 40s, upper 50s by 11 o'clock. And as we head into the afternoon, highs today, upper 50s, low 60s. We go into overnight, upper 40s, low 50s for our lows, mid 60s tomorrow, clearing in the afternoon. We start to warm up as we head into next week with another cold front Wednesday, more storm chances and more seasonable weather behind that. Let's check your forecast. We're back with more right after this. Well, powering up is something most of us take for granted, but across parts of Africa, hundreds of millions of people are living without access to electricity.
Well, an American company is working to change that with an innovation that's up for Prince William's Earthshot Prize, an award that highlights climate solutions.
Sarah Carter reports from South Africa.
12-year-old Dimakatsa isn't a fan of household chores in her tiny one-room home in South Africa. Her life changed last year when her mom couldn't afford their rent, leaving them no choice but to move. She says she misses running water and especially electricity.
We don't have much. We don't afford that much. It is hard.
But her world is getting a bit brighter thanks to a company called Delight, created at Stanford Design School.
What would it take to just run a solar panel and 6-volt battery?
Delight has now connected more than 175 million people in 70 countries with clean energy from solar power. Muriel Nobella can now power her TV, radio, and lights with a solar panel on her roof that runs to an outside light and into a storage battery. It costs her just over $250, paid off in monthly installments.
Right now I'm able to watch TV like other people who stay where there's electricity.
Her neighbor Portia Msomi has always relied on gas to cook and candles for nighttime light. Now it's just a flip of a switch.
Launch our first product.
That kind of reaction is what drives CEO Najib Tozen.
We want to transform the lives of 1 billion people by 2030.
Portia takes pride in her solar system, cleaning it daily, and now it's all paid off. And at Dima Katso's house, being connected means she can now indulge in her favorite activity.
I like to watch Instagram, TikTok.
Bringing her happiness, hope, and a sense of empowerment.
Now, if D-Light wins this year's Earthshot Prize, it would get about $1.3 million to expand solar energy to millions more. And we were just talking, like it's kind of wild that it's 2024 and we still have places like that where they don't have that access to running water and electricity, the basic things that we all take for granted.
Certainly, definitely taking it for granted, and I hope that they continue to expand and create innovation to help people in need.
Certainly so. Solar power, a great way to go.
Absolutely. Well, coming up, Wildcat Glades received a makeover yesterday thanks to the help of one area business.
And we've got mostly cloudy skies across the area, showers beginning to roll in. We'll take a look at those rain chances when we come back.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14. It's just coming up on 7:29. I'm Elise Noe. Well, Sam's Club in Joplin got into the spirit of giving yesterday as the wholesale retailer presented a check for $70,000 to Freeman Health System officials on behalf of the Children's Miracle Network. The donation underscores the community partnership between Sam's Club and the CMN.
When we got involved with this is my 9th year here. When we got involved with this, it's more about what can you do in the community. You don't have to let it get personal before you make it personal. So we decide what the kids need, and we go after that. Maybe a piece of equipment or anything like that they need a large funds for. That's what we set our goal for.
Freeman Health System is the local representative hospital for the CMN and is in fact the only Children's Miracle Network hospital in a 70-mile radius. The Wildcat Village at Wildcat Glades got a makeover yesterday with help from volunteers. The Joplin Lowe's store came out to the site as part of the Lowe's Hometown Heroes project. That's a yearly tradition where the store partners with a nonprofit to work on a project together. This year, the Lowe's team joined with Wildcat Glades Nature Group volunteers to help build picnic tables, raised flower beds, and redo their screened-in porch area. The project coordinator says they couldn't think of a more deserving organization.
It's great because they just need a lot of help, and unfortunately the parks see a lot of extra wear and tear with a lot of extra people, so we're down here just making sure everything looks nice, everything's fixed up, so it just feels really great to give back.
The Lowe's team also donated an estimated $3,000 in materials, which will be used for an addition onto a storage shed. Well, the season of giving will get underway soon here at KOAM. We're getting ready to kick off our annual Toy Box Toy Drive. For 36 years, KOAM and our community partners have collected new donated toys for deserving children in our area. Sign-ups are open now if you know a family who could benefit from this toy drive. Just scan the QR code for more information, including drop-off locations or how to donate and help brighten the holidays for some area children. And KOAM is proud to team up with Day and Zimmerman for the Great American Flag Swap. Look for us today from noon until 1:30 near the Walmart parking lot in Parsons, Kansas, to swap out your tattered old flag for a free brand new one. We'll have 100 flags, so make sure you show up early. Another reason to show up early, this is the last flag swap for the year. Now let's check in with Chris for a quick look at the forecast.
And if you are heading to that flag swap in Parsons, bring an umbrella as well. It should be raining by the time that gets underway today. Quick look from our camera downtown Pittsburgh. Got mostly cloudy skies out there. No rainfall yet, at least not this far east. Same from the MoDOT camera, 20th and range line in Joplin as folks get their day underway. Skywatch Storm Tracker showing us we now have some showers, maybe even some rumbles of thunder from Independence back through Elk and Chautauqua counties. We have a little shower in Newada County. We have now one that's forming in the northeastern part of Craig County. More storms on the way north of Tulsa. And all of this part of a big batch of showers and storms that stretches from the Kansas-Nebraska state line all the way down through Texas. You can see the lightning. That's why we're saying some thunderstorms will definitely be possible, but we're not anticipating any severe weather. Now, for the majority of today, the bulk of the showers and storms will actually remain west of the 69 corridor. It won't be until later in the afternoon and evening that we start to have this wave get pushed a little further east, and eventually overnight, all of us will get in on shower and storm activity. City at 49 in Joplin, 48 in Pittsburgh, and a look at temperatures across the area. It's above normal start, but still on the cool side. We've got mid-upper 40s into the low to mid 50s across the region. East winds today will be gusting upwards of 25 miles an hour. And again, scattered showers and storms gradually overspreading the region through the day. Highs upper 50s and low 60s. We'll talk more about how long this rain lasts and our next chance of rain here in just a few more minutes. Elise?
All right, thanks, Chris. And that's a look at our top news stories coming up this half hour on the KOAM Morning News. It's Friday. You know what that means. We've got Shannon Becker in the studio with his big 3 news stories of the week. We'll be right back. But first, here's a live look of the Georgia City Bridge in Webb City. Welcome back. We've got Shannon Becker in the studio with his big 3 news stories of the week. Good morning, Shannon.
Good morning. The weekend's here.
Yes, it is.
Congratulations, you made it.
Yes, you
All
do.
right, let's take a look at the big 3 stories this week. What's making headlines live and local? A man struck and killed in Knoll on this road. It happened over the weekend. 911 calls came in saying a man was laying in the middle of the road. It was a hit and run and a fatal crash. Knoll marshals are looking for anyone who has any information.
Yes.
The neighbors there, they told us they were concerned that the speed limit is only 30, but people fly up and down there. They said they had at least 50, 60 miles an hour. It's about a mile-long stretch there on the south side of town. Our number 2 story, another tragedy, this time in Granby. A young mother, Halloween night, walking with her kids, struck by a pickup truck. Now, the thing that's really tragic about it, there's no shoulder. It's Highway B is actually what it is in Newton County, but it's also Granby Miners Road. Just one thing that we all need to be attentive, perhaps, you know, on a night like Halloween, we know people are going to be out.
Absolutely.
So obviously, we'll watch
out
out for those people walking. Our number 1 story, it happened over the weekend also. A fatal head-on crash. A woman from Jay, Oklahoma. Someone crossed over the center line. A woman from Springfield crossed over the center line and hit her head-on. Her car burst into flames. We talked to some of the people that drove up on the wreck. Tried to pull people from the crash, but to no avail for that one driver. And now we learned a couple of days ago that the other driver in the other car who had spent some time in the ICU actually passed away also. That woman from Springfield. More details, our full story, KOAM News Now. Now let's take a turn to a positive thing, okay? Here's the big deal. Bonus story of the week, tomorrow, 37th annual Joplin Veterans Day Parade. It begins at 10 o'clock at 15th and Main. It'll go to 3rd and Main. So come out and support our veterans.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, even if your veteran is passed on, it's still a way to honor them. Sometimes during this parade, there's big empty gaps where nobody's there, like standing on the sidewalk. So, I mean, goodness gracious. It's a great parade.
Get out there, yes,
It's a lot of fun. I don't know, is the weather going to be all right? You have to ask Chris. I haven't checked yet. Hopefully it's going to be good.
Maybe some rain or something.
She's like, I don't know.
You know, that's.
Well,
but still, I mean, grab an umbrella.
Rain or shine, it's going to happen.
Shine.
Rain or shine. So ROTC programs from Joplin and Webb City and other places will be there. Also bands, floats, everything. The 37th annual Joplin Veterans Day Parade.
Lots to look forward to.
For sure.
Well, Shannon, as always, thank you so much for everything that you do for us and the community. Happy to have you here as always. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News. It's 7:40 on this finally Friday, starting the live look from our camera downtown Pittsburgh. We've got mostly cloudy skies. I know I've said it 100 times, but I can't lie to you. I can't tell you this is mostly sunny. It's not. It's mostly cloudy. Oh boy, it just dawned on me. This is not the right place for the weather playlist to be. But we'll take a quick look at our camera from 7th and Rangeline. Again, mostly cloudy skies out there. And I've got to advance very quickly because I only have so much time to tell you what's going on. Skywatch Storm Tracker. Showers beginning to work in the southeast Kansas, northeastern Oklahoma as well. So we'll start here. We got this one northeast of Sedan. We got some rain to the northwest of Independence, and we've got some showers getting ready to roll into Howard up in Elk County. Now down to the south, starting to get a few more showers and even some thunderstorms in here, starting to roll into parts of southern Washington County. So just north of Skiatook, south of Bartlesville, and eventually back into Nowata County out there as well. All of it part of this big complex. We're starting to see more lightning out here. With these thunderstorms. Now, we're not expecting any severe weather, but thunderstorms still. There's lightning. Lightning, of course, is dangerous, can be deadly, whether the storm is severe or not. We've covered this before, but just do keep that in mind. Just because we're not expecting severe weather, it does not tone down the intensity or the danger of lightning. In fact, new strike right up here. So showers, thunderstorms will continue to work into our area from west to east. We're seeing additional development ahead of this, so we'll keep an eye on that. Again, not expecting severe weather, but this might move a few more storms in here a little earlier in the day. And all of this will continue to push east across the area as we head to the overnight hours. So future track still showing about noon. The bulk of the activity at this point is expected to remain west of the 69 corridor through majority of the day. It won't be until late this evening that this wave actually starts to get a little more of a push off to the east, and we'll start spreading showers and storms further east. So here we are at 3, kids getting out of school, southeast Kansas, northeast Oklahoma. So Fort Scott, Pittsburgh, Miami, Veneta, Parsons, Chanute, You get the idea. Thunderstorms likely. Now, if you're a little further east of that, maybe a sprinkle or two, but should be dry. By 5, maybe a few stray storms along the 54 corridor from Nevada to Fort Scott and points west. And then again, once we hit about 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock or so this evening, more showers and thunderstorms are expected, and these will start overspreading a broader portion of the region until eventually we're all in with the scattered showers and storms toward 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. Now, here's that boundary. It's a little harder to make out, but it's right here. Ahead of it, we'll have easterly winds gusting to 25. Behind it, we'll have south-southwest winds gusting to 25. By 9 a.m., that boundary almost right along I-49. And by noon, it's from Stockton, Monette to Cassville on its way out. Lingering showers, clearing skies off to the west. And by the afternoon and evening hours on Saturday, skies clear out, gusty southwest winds. Not a bad end to our Saturday. Quick look at temperatures now. 49 in Joplin. East breeze at 8 does make it feel like it is 45. And across the area, again, overnight lows typically about 40. We've been above that all morning, but temperatures haven't moved a lot, but they'll gradually warm up. And that's the other thing. Even though we're having a bit of a mild start, it's not going to be above average today with temperatures. We've got mid-upper 40s into the low to mid-50s. So we're looking at upper 40s to start, scattered showers, maybe a couple of thunderstorms, again, mainly west of 69 initially, upper 50s by 11 o'clock. Our highs today, upper 50s, low 60s, and then we'll have the scattered thunderstorms, of course, as they continue to overspread the area. We'll fall back into the upper 40s and low 50s tonight, mid 60s tomorrow and Sunday. Sunday looks great. Monday looks great. Tuesday, not bad, but we're going above normal ahead of a cold front Wednesday. That will bring us additional thunderstorm chances and put our temperatures back in place as we close out the next work week. That's Check Your Forecast. Now we're sending it over to Elise with Consumer Watch.
All right, thanks, Chris. Well, prices for goods are starting to fall, but consumers may still be seeing high costs in other areas. Prices remain high for services ranging from eating out to insurance. As the Personal Consumption Expenditures Price Index shows, services costs jumped almost 4% in September. Rising prices in the restaurant industry are linked to higher wages for workers, and meanwhile, spikes in rent have driven up housing costs by 5.1%, and insurance premiums for homes and cars have jumped more than 10%. Well, the FDA wants to remove a popular ingredient in some common medicines. The FDA says it wants to drop oral phenylephrine from cold and allergy medications. They say the medication, which has been considered a decongestant, actually doesn't work. Now, the final decision hasn't been made yet, and companies can still market over-the-counter medications that have oral phenylephrine. But if a ban is ordered, manufacturers will have to remove it. Well, New York City is ending a pilot program aiding illegal immigrants with needing food while awaiting asylum processing. The test run program gave asylum-seeking migrants up to $350 a week in prepaid debit cards for culturally relevant essential items like food. Now, the city says the program was successful in reducing food waste and kept millions of dollars in the local economy, but it's being discontinued in favor of competitive bidding for asylum seeker programs. And that's a look at our top consumer stories. Let's take a look at the market prices before the opening bell. Well, a San Francisco whale watching business is getting a lot of attention this year. One of its main attractions is a dog who helps the crew find whales.
Kenny Choi shows us how this big dog is a powerful deckhand and has helped turn around the business once struggling to stay afloat.
He's a deckhand, but with 4 paws. Bear, 120-pound German Shepherd, gets to work.
He has taken to sea life and excelled, and he enhances our morale.
He pulls in the wet lines, which is none of us want to do that, but he loves it.
Curious onlookers at Pier 39 admire and stare at the 6-year-old canine, eagerly helping the crew. Sophie Belair is a naturalist for San Francisco Whale Tours. She set up an Instagram and TikTok for Bear this summer. and started posting.
He almost is at 10 million views on a video. So he went mega viral. Yes, bear blew up.
Captain Joe Nazar steered into the whale watching season not knowing if this would be his last. Hotel bookings in San Francisco are down significantly in 2024 as tourism numbers have been a big letdown.
We decided that we are going to give everything we have this year, and this was going to either be a make it or break it year.
Ticket sales plummeted since COVID, but the combination of Bear's growing popularity and playful humpbacks this season seem to have given ticket sales a boost. Nazar says this has been his company's best year. Whale watchers, tourists, and locals have experienced a bit of magic on the waters.
To be that close to the whales, I felt like I could, reach out and touch them, so it felt like a true gift. Sorry to be...
On this day, several up-close and personal encounters with a mom and calf, with an injured tail but surviving and seemingly thriving. Darren Allen volunteers for the Marine Mammal Center documenting whale sightings.
It seemed to be swimming around and healthy other than those scars from early on in its life.
Nazar has been working 7 days a week. The past 4 years have been a struggle, but he now plans to hire another captain to meet demand.
I love San Francisco, and I want my community that I was born and raised to be better than it ever has been.
He has never given up on his city. Neither has Bear, who's doing his part to keep the momentum going.
What a good dog there,
Yeah,
as you were just saying.
impressive.
Really impressive. And I mean, just to be able to go see whales like that is
I know.
incredible. And then you have a cute, hardworking dog there too.
Makes it
Why not?
all the better,
Certainly
doesn't it?
does.
Well, we're going to get some rain, and it's unlikely there will be any whales that surface in these showers and storms, but take a look down in Oklahoma. A few more thunderstorms beginning to roll in. We're going to start our tour here right in the heart of all of it. So we got a few showers, Elk, Chautauqua counties, north of Independence, and we go a little further south. So from Jamestown to Ramona, back towards the southeast of Pawhuska, south of Bartlesville, Nevada. A few more showers and storms out there, and then there's a Webb City, Oklahoma. I did not know that. If you folks in Webb City didn't know that, now you know that too. We have additional showers and thunderstorms, though, developing from Tulsa, stretching back to the west toward Pawnee, and even more to the south of that with this line of showers and thunderstorms. You can see the little storms ahead of it get a little more lightning activity. Remember, whether the storm is severe or not does not matter. The lightning is still dangerous, can still be deadly. You don't want to mess around with it. All of this activity will continue to be slowly pushed off to the east, and eventually all of us getting in on shower and thunderstorm chances later. Now, for most of today, bulk of the rain thunderstorms east of 69. And as we head later into the evening and overnight hours, all of us will start to get in on showers and thunderstorms. And again, no severe weather expected with any of this, and it'll start to come to a close by about noon tomorrow as this wave works its way on out of here. We'll have another check of your forecast, news you need to know right after this.
Well, here's a check of today's top headlines, the news you need to know before you head out the door. Hundreds of area high school students visited Missouri Southern's Plaster School of Business yesterday for the 3rd annual Business Gateway competition. The goal of the competition was to bring developmental and recruitment opportunities to area students through this spirit of competition. More than 630 students from 32 area schools participated in the event. The season of giving will get underway soon here at KOAM as we get ready to kick off our annual Toy Box Toy Drive. For 36 years, KOAM and our community partners have collected new donated toys for deserving children in our area. Now just scan this QR code for more information, including drop-off locations or how to donate and help brighten the holidays for some area children. Well, KOAM is proud to team up with Day and Zimmerman for the Great American Flag Swap. Look for us today from noon until 1:30 near the Walmart parking lot in Parsons, Kansas, to swap out your tattered old flag for a free brand new one. We'll have 100 flags, so make sure you show up early. This is the last flag swap for the year.
And we'll have scattered showers and thunderstorms today. Again, initially west of 69 and then eventually overspreading the area late this evening into the overnight hours. Winds out of the east gusting upwards of 25 miles an hour. No severe weather expected. A few more widespread showers and storms overnight tonight, back into the upper 40s and low 50s. And we'll continue with these storms for the first half of our Saturday. They will eventually clear out. Gusty winds out of the south-southwest tomorrow afternoon. Warming up above normal. Showers and storms with the cold front Wednesday. Temperatures back to normal following that.
Alrighty. Well, on Halloween night, a black bear made an unexpected appearance, caught on video helping itself to a candy stash. The footage shows the bear swiping a basket filled with treats from a porch, scattering some of the sweets in the process.
I think it's just a kid in a really good costume there.
Or me.
The bear briefly paused by the steps to sample its all before grabbing a pumpkin and fleeing the scene, leaving behind a trail of candy chaos. All right. Yeah, no, if you see that bear come up, though, you're definitely moving inside. You're like, forget the candy, whatever. He can have whatever he wants, as long as he stays out there.
Right.
Hope kids didn't come up and think that he was...
Oh, sure.
Oh, well, thank you so much for letting us put the good in your morning. We're back with more at noon.
Have a great rest of your morning.